day, y'all. Welcome in. Hopefully the background audio ain't too bad. Hopefully it ain't not drowning out the whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? Let's move the camera a little bit. Sorry about that. Hey, thank you. Um, I do some questions. I don't know if I have questions or not. I don't know. Whatever. But before we start, in water, a lavender, iced lavender, and can I get a AV check before I get too far into this live stream? Welcome in, folks. I think I need a napkin. Yeah. You see, oops, sorry, well, you see, you see in the title, coffee and crepe. Exactly. It's a turkey and spinach crepe with a lavender coffee, lavender latte, iced. It's not too sweet. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a napkin. Napkins wet my hands and all. All right, some napkins. You never know. You might need a napkin or two. Okay, I'm back. Welcome in. Hey, Swiffle, welcome in. Bam! I went to go grab a napkin. A napkin? Napkins. How about that? I do want to talk about something quick. But while we're doing that, I'm hungry. A turkey and spinach with provolone cheese and some kind of sauce. I'm not sure what kind of sauce it is. So stick around, stay tuned for that. Can y'all in the house? Can y'all hear me okay? Oops, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and cut into this stuff and see how it is. Let's take a dip. Now I'm trying to see what the flavor is. This sauce, this red sauce, I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, it's good. Hold on. Let me get some food into my stomach before I get into the topic. This is turkey, provolone, and spinach. Like I said, my apologies about the background noise. Hopefully it ain't too loud for y'all. It's 3 o'clock and it's my lunch, y'all. So I'm hungry. So get something in my stomach. That way I'm actually think straight. Ketchup, low. Yeah. No, it's not ketchup. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, good. Great. I tune in now. Now I need to eat. Hey, that's a good thing, pass and win. That's a good thing. If I can convince you to get something to eat, I'm a step forward. Sorry about that, y'all. Runny nose, allergies, I guess. Hey, Warbird, welcome in. Subscribers only. Yeah. Hey, Sam, welcome in. Sam, I might in a bit, but I'm gonna watch the chat. I'm trying to monitor it. I want I want to leave it open for now. Um, but if the bots or trolls use it for their advantage, I'm gonna have to change that to subscribers only. Now, like I said this morning on my live stream, I I want everyone to feel welcome to participate. Mm, that's good. Okay. The question is, do y'all use a Tetra air pumps for your aquariums? I know this is you think as I'm talking about food, right? Because since I'm eating food, but I got a question. Do y'all use the Tetra air pump, the ones you can buy from Petco, PetSmart, Walmart, online, the Tetra brand air pumps? Do y'all use them and do y'all enjoy them? Welcome in, folks. Treat everyone with respect. Keep this family friendly, and we can have a great time. How about that? I don't remember the last time I used one. Yeah, Sam? Because I'm on the verge of going out and buying one. It's either a Tetra or the Magitarium brand. Local pet though. I'm on the verge of. Normally, I would go to Amazon and get a pump, right? But I'm doing a project, and it'd be nice to have one now, like like 2 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? So, and Petco's having a sale on the air pumps, and I think they're very reasonable price. They're like $20 for like the 100-gallon one. It has two outputs, so I can do a total circle of airline with the splitters off of it to the, the tank. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be a loop system. Tetra air pump will work just fine. They are pretty much the same unless you're gonna spend a lot of money. Yeah, and this is a temporary thing, so I don't want to break the bank. You know what I'm saying? Because I already got air pumps that are big. Um, in the future, I do want to change up the fish room a little bit, so I can put the bigger pumps to the maximum use. You know what I'm saying? That sauce, it's like it's a tomato base kind of, but it has a spice to it. Really good. So, have anyone tried the Magitarium brand air pumps? How do they compare to the Tetra? Um, trying, I'm trying to think what the Magitarium one cost. The Tetra for the 100-gallon one was $20 on sale. Petco online. I can't remember the price of the Magitarium, the same size with the two outputs. I know it's cheaper than it was in store, but I can't remember the price. Hey Eugene, good afternoon. Afternoon. Eating some crepes, drinking some lavender latte, iced lavender. This is a turkey, provolone cheese, and spinach with some tomato-based spicy sauce. Mm, that's good. Mm, that flavor. Mm. You know that flavor that goes across your tongue, it soaks in. You just enjoy the moment. You know what I'm saying? Not vibes. You don't have to be that detailed. Good afternoon, vibes. How are you? Glad to be here. Happy to fish. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Glad to see you again. It's been a while. I'm doing all right. I'm blessed. I'm not fighting a cold right now. No, my allergies just a bit ago started again. But other than that, I'm doing all right. Passing wind says what you're doing. It would, if I would just get at least a one. Yeah, that's what I feel like passing wind. I figured doing two pumps, the very long get one with the two outputs. Because if I'm gonna spend the money, I might spend a little bit, a couple bucks more, and get the bigger version, so I have enough output to do my project, my DIY project. And depending on how I feel, I might record it. That's this DIY project that I'm gonna do. But the reason I went live, and also the reason I'm here, to get a bite to eat. Hey, CC, good. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you again. And y'all, since there's 4 years in here now, I can share the news. Or news, bad news, I don't know. Tonight's live stream, Saturday Night Lives. Um, I'm not sure what time it's going to be happening. It's not. I don't think it's going to be happening at regular time at 9:05 p.m. There's the fireworks show here local, the July 4th, Independence Day celebration. And me and some of my buddies, we definitely want to go and attend it and watch the fireworks. So in that scenario, it'll be after that. So I can't promise what time that's going to be. Is it going to be 9:30, 10 o'clock? I don't know. So I thought I'd share it here on this live stream. And if you're watching me play, I guess you'll catch it. If not, I guess you'll wait till. I guess I could post about it on the post page here on YouTube, but I don't know. I'll see once. So I'm looking forward to the fireworks show. Hey, hopefully everyone here in America is enjoying. If you're having independent festivities today, hopefully you're enjoying at least some of them. This is how you do it, y'all. When your lettuce, your spinach is separated from the main course, you have to relayer it. And no, I mean, you can be etiquette, not etiquette, and use your fingers, right? But we were using a fork and knife to do the same procedure as you would with your hands, your fingers. I've been watching a guy on Instagram that's really etiquette by eating your food. Hey, Practical, welcome in. Our stuff is next week, CC. Our 4th of July stuff is next week. Oops. Yeah. Here in my small town, I guess the festivities is today. They had like a parade, I think some kind of parade downtown. And like some vendors, stuff like that throughout the day. And they'll be having some kind of food trucks and stuff like that downtown, snow cones, I'm guessing, your hot dogs probably. I'm guessing, you know what I'm saying? The Independence style. Even though July 4th ain't until next Friday, but and then this evening they'll be doing the fireworks show. So I wish they wouldn't play the music so loud here, y'all. The music across the speakers because it comes across the microphone and it doesn't make it so the live stream is nice. You know what I'm saying? I probably could ask them to turn it down or turn it off, but no. This is not my establishment. It's theirs. I'm participating. They're allowing me to use their space to do this. You know what I'm saying? So, hey Spencer, welcome in. Your brother, love ya. Thank you. Couldn't wait to grow up and go out on my own, eat how I please when I'm not in public. Fair enough. Hey, don't. For those watching and you're wishing you could grow up, don't. I mean, okay, it's cool. It's cool. I'll take it back. It's cool. But don't be in such a hurry. Before you know it, the time flies past and you wonder, wasn't I just 12 years old just the other day? Wasn't I just a teenager? What happened? Wasn't I just a 20-year-old? Before you know it, you're going to be old, ancient. Your body's going to be aching and pains all over the place. And places you didn't know you even had pain until you have it now. And you don't know what happened that you're having pain. I found out my local Lowe's. I'm gonna share some of the DIY project that I'm going to do. Since there's only 5 of y'all here, everyone else will have to wait until either they watch the replay of this live stream, or if I do a video about it, then I wait until that comes out. My Lowe's has these clear totes, these clear totes with a lid, which I want to turn into a breeding project. Yeah, you heard it right. A breeding project. Something I haven't done before. It's a new species for me, which, if I can maybe grow them out and pass them out to others. This new species, newer species. I'm thinking the carrot species, some sort. I guess I'll wait and find out. See what kind of breeding project I got under my sleeve this time. And that's why I was thinking about getting the air pump, because I need something that would do the job of filtration for this breeding project. And something that would not break the bank. You know what I'm saying? I got airline ready. I got splitters, air stones. I'm thinking of going with the air pump, not air pump, with a sponge filter for the filtration, because they're very versatile and will hold the biofilm very well. So stay tuned for that as I get that put together. So maybe after this, I'll go to my local Petco and see what pumps they have, air pumps that are reasonable priced, and go home and see. It's already 3:30. If I finish this up in the next 20 minutes, yeah, 3:30, 3:50. So I'll be home around 4:30, 4:15. And if I can get set up right away, if I can get the totes filled with water and the pump running with a filter, etc. Maybe tonight I can move the fish or the species over, the alligators. Let me guess, you're working on a human alligator have been. Hey, shh, passing wind. Don't share it out. Hey Renee, dude, quiet, welcome in. passing wind. It's supposed to be a secret. Could you imagine? That would be a hybrid. All right. By the way, y'all, this spinach, turkey, provolone cheese crepe is legit. It's gonna get busy in here, y'all. I'm thinking. So, hopefully the audio will hold out. Do I put? I'm thinking of putting play sand, from Lowe's as a substrate for this breeding project. I know I wouldn't have to, but this might be what I need for the species eggs or fry to attach to something. It will. I'm getting more finicky. I like when my even if the protein tank, I still like to kind of skip it a little bit. That's just my preference. I think I remember this movie, The Island of Dr. Vibes. Passing wind, shh. Vibes. The audio, everything sounds great. Here to me, just for your information. Thanks, Eugene. Thank you. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, sponge filters, airline. And is there a certain way that y'all do the loop system for your airline? Because see, the air pump I'm getting has two outputs, right? I'm thinking, see, this is a whole new idea for me. A new idea. Hold on. It's not a new idea. It's something I haven't done before. I've seen it done. Other people do it, but I can't remember how they did it. I know I could watch it videos, Google it, etc. But here we are. Anyways, if I'm thinking right, basically make a loop, come out of the air pump, and make a whole loop with splitters every so often, with the airline running off from a splitter, the T's, sorry, the T. The, is there a certain what size do I need to make it function properly, or do you run the okay? You got your pump, the two outputs, right? Two outputs coming out. So do you run a big loop back to the other one, or do you run it out with all your splitters, whatever, and then bring it back on around and reattach it? I'm confused. Am I talking in riddles? I don't know. Vibes. If you don't know what you're talking about, just keep your mouth shut. If I'm thinking correctly, some of my local buddies have done a loop system. And I think that's how they did it. Basically, they made a loop and put splitters off the loop. So hopefully someone in the chat would tell Vibes that he's wrong. Or tell him that he's on the right track. I don't know. This is really good, y'all. Now, I do not know who else is live right now, in the fish community here on YouTube. I did not check before I decided to go live. Some of y'all might be wondering, hey, Vibes, how come you haven't been very active in other people's live streams? Because I've been doing my own projects, y'all. I'm not going to even apologize. And that's encouragement to y'all. If y'all busy doing your own projects, traveling, etc., life as a whole, don't apologize for not showing up in live streams, etc. Don't apologize. Um, that means you're kept busy. That's a good thing. Hey, Cheryl Smith, welcome in. So yeah, I'm thinking that loop system. What I'm thinking that should work for the air pump. So I was talking about a DIY project, and actually, Cheryl, how do you do it when you connect your air pump to the airlines or whatever? Do you make a loop system? A loop system, run T pieces off of the loop. Oh, then again, maybe sure, maybe you had done the big pump and just PVC and ran on a loop that way. I don't know. I'm just jabbering now. um, no, my plan is to go with either the Tetra air pump or the Magitarium. I think that's the only two that they really have at Petco. And whatever between the two that I can find, reasonable priced, cheapest one. The two outputs is probably the one I'm gonna go ahead and get. So it's pretty good sauce, y'all. You know it's good sauce when you get the last drop. You know what I'm saying? Um, anyways, hey, hopefully everyone enjoyed Thursday night live stream this past Thursday. I think it was a pretty good topic. TJ is one that thought about it. So often, Vibes content is kind of specifically based for people that are in the hobby, maybe a little more, you call it, not beginner. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to throw in some topics, videos, live streams, etc. that are a little more beginner friendly. You know what I'm saying? Something that the beginner will have questions for. You know what I'm saying? No, it's good to get real detailed into some topics, a little more advanced style, if you want to call it that. But you still, you want to occasionally go back and hit some of the, you call it the beginner questions. I have a big loop system in the fish room. Is a linear piston pump. The living room air system is a linear pump with a manifold for the airlines. Yeah. So am I thinking right? Can I do a loop system with the Tetra air pump? And I don't know what kind of pump the Tetra pumps are even. I have not looked into the. Is it? I have no idea what I'm talking about. No. Either one of them were part of the job. Um, who was that? Passing Wind. I think it was Passing Wind. Said, whatever is the least expensive between the pumps at Petco. This is a breeding project, y'all. It would have to be a big Tetra pump. So these smaller pumps won't do it, Shoal Smith. Hey, I'm kind of ignorant when it comes to doing this idea because a lot of my bigger systems, I'm running canisters or hanging back filters. But with this breeding project, it's gonna be a lot cheaper to do the sponge filter system than to do a canister or hang back. I mean, okay, all right. The back porch is a good sized diaphragm pump with a manifold for airlines. Okay. But how many and what size tanks? It's going to be maybe 520 longs at the maximum. 520 longs at the maximum. So this is not a big breeding project. It's like a weekend project setup. You know what I'm saying? Something that I pushed off for a week too long. Something that I just need to get down and do it. Right now, there's going to be only two tanks right now. Only two tanks running. But what I understand is the pumps, you get better efficiency and you don't burn the motor out right away if you do the loop system. I mean, I'd be glad if y'all would tell me, yeah, I'm wrong, that I can use the air pump with the two outputs to straighten into the aquariums and they'll be just fine. But I'm, if, if I, from what I've heard, it's better to do a loop system than to run two airlines out to multiple tanks. Basically, like a straight fire instead of a whole loop. Then again, maybe I'm just overthinking it. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, go ahead and tell me that I'm overthinking it, and whatever I do will do the job. I'll use a small linear or diaphragm pump with 520 longs. I don't think the tetra pumps can create the pressure needed for all five tanks to have adequate air. Fair enough. But what's the price of a small linear or diaphragm pump? Show is it 20 bucks or under? Or are we talking about 70 bucks for a pump? Because this is, I don't want to break the bank. That was pretty good, y'all. That turkey, spinach, provolone cheese, crepe. And where do I find the linear pump or the diagram pump from? So, move the camera, shall we? There we go. Much better. Do I just put? Is there certain gallons per hour or something that I could base it off of? Because if I can order from Amazon and get it here by Monday, I guess I could put it off Till then, nice truck. Um, it's just something I've been thinking about since this is 2 weeks now. So I definitely need to get underway. I thought about doing an outdoor summer tub system, but the problem with that is these species that I'm doing. They're known to be jumpers, so I don't think an outdoor summer tub will, in my situation, will be the best idea to do a outdoor summer tub system for these species. And also, it'd be kind of cool to kind of monitor them a little more too. So I'm thinking, I could, I should just grab one of those. Bummer. At Lowe's, they had those rope handle tubs, like $10 a piece. I should just grab one because I could use that for the not killifish, rice fish setup for outside. Because I could easily move them outside, and they would be just fine, and they'll actually thrive. I mean, I'm still here, local to Lowe's, so I mean, I could swing by Lowe's and grab the tub, and take it home, clean it out, and add the rice fish to it, because see, I got them inside in a husky tote, which that location I need there's like all were all set up for temporary quarantine setups. So those species really need to go outside where they belong. Anyways, back to the chat. Amazon, Amazon as Aqua Miracle diagram pumps for around 30. The unit almost always costs more. I'm 30. So far, I have plankton, rice fish, white cloud mountain minnows, Listen-nose pleco, and paradise fish in tubs, tanks outside. And they're breeding very well, though. See, why I'm nervous about shell here in Texas is our heat. Being in a small 20-gallon tub, I'm scared that the water is getting way too warm for these fish. And where I live, I really don't have any good shade for them. You know what I'm saying? So, because yeah, the rice fish could go outside. Um, the corridors could go outside. What else? Even the tetras could go outside, and the lemias. Since there's only three of y'all here, I'm a little more free to talk about some of my other breeding projects I got going inside. Some of the stuff that most of y'all didn't realize I had even. So I don't mind talking about it a little more. I'm a little more free openly talking about it. But some of these breeding projects that I have inside, I really need to move them outside. That way it frees up the fish room. That way I can continue on with the DIY projects that I got planned for the future for the fish room. So, I mean, I guess I could swing by Lowe's and grab 2 or 3 of those, but but that is a bad idea, I think. I don't think I'm gonna be happy if I do that. Okay, it's one thing to have a summer tub at 300 gallons. 300 gallons, the water temperature doesn't fluctuate as much as a 20-gallon. You know what I'm saying? A 300-gallon water trough, yeah, it might get warm eventually, but it won't go up and down temperature-wise. You know what I'm saying? Hey, can someone in the chat tell me that 20-gallon tub outside in direct sunlight with aquarium fish, will the aquarium fish be just fine with the high temperature? And remember, this is in direct sunlight. I know. I could put a shade cloth across the top of them, but then it kind of defeats the purpose of having them outside because you have them outside so the bugs, etc., can fall into the water and they have natural food. You know what I'm saying? Live food. I don't know. It'd be cool to do a setup. Trying to think, how would I do that? If I use the IBC tote, I wonder if if anybody else has done it. You know, IBC tote and split it off, you know, and made like 4 or 6 different compartments inside of the IBC tote with like a mesh or whatever. The water can flow back and can flow through it, but not the fish or the species. Or is that just too complicated? Because basically, with more water volume, the water temperature will not fluctuate as fast as a 20-gallon tub. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I had shade or like a okay, I do got a porch. Let me see. If I clear the porch off on the one side, patio, undercover, and put down I mean that would be a lot cooler than out in direct sunlight, but it would still get the morning sun. I don't know. I'm not sure, y'all. I don't know. Anyways, you going to Aquashilla, New Jersey, Spencer? I wasn't planning on it. Now, if someone would be happy to sponsor and cover my cost, cover the cost of me getting there, like we're talking about the airline ticket, the hotel stay, I probably would show up. Hey, Asaya Llewellyn, welcome in. But other than that, I don't have any desire. I mean, it'd be cool to go, but I'm thinking, hey, am I right? I think Aquashilla is in September, right? In New Jersey. I think it is. The first weekend, the first part of September. But see, the Keystone Clash. The Keystone Clash is happening. The Keystone Clash is happening the last part of September. So, yeah. If I and I would love to attend not Aquashella, the Keystone Clash. They're in Pennsylvania this year. Since I missed last year. If someone would pay for my booth fee, I would go too. Hey Spencer, but hey, if you go and you're making money on me a booth. If I go, Spencer, I'm not going to make money. See, there's a difference. If I go, that means I'll have to pay for my airline ticket and the hotel room, and the whole weekend is a money loss for me. It's a money loss. So I'll be going to that now. See, that for me, since this is my hobby, and I'm not getting paid to do this kind of stuff, it's not feasible. The Clash is a different story. since I've already been to Aquashella this year, I don't have to go to all the Aquashellas. Now, if some of my friends would be going, it might be a different story, you know. Okay. Doesn't Aquashella, New Jersey, and the Clash coincide? CC, I think no. I think they're different weekends. I think they're different weekends. I'm thinking Aquashella is like the more the first part of the month, and the Clash is the latter part. If the 55 gallon on the back porch ever finished cycling, I'm putting my little glow windows out there to finish going out. Nice, Shell. Hey, Stephen P, welcome in. I can't afford the airline tickets or the hotel at the moment. Low. Who can? um, yeah. Um, if I can make it to the Clash, if I'd be happy. Happier. How about that? I do need to look at tickets to fly. Um, I mean, it don't cost me probably $1,000, y'all. 1,000 to go to the Clash, and this is all money going out. There isn't any money coming in. So, if you want to talk about a smart move and money situation and finance situation, it's not really a smart move. I'll be honest. For me, for Vibes Aquatics, it's not a smart move for me to go to the Clash. But hey, we got a couple months to figure it out. Or actually, no, we don't. But a couple months until it happens. How about that? Yeah, same here, CC. You don't want to think about how much it's going to cost to go to the Clash. I know. So, with that being said, if I had to choose between the two, now of course, if someone would come along and sponsor Aquashella, New Jersey for me, then of course, Aquashella, New Jersey would take the priority over the Clash, definitely. But if I had to pay for either one of them, to get there and etc., the Clash right now is taking the front burner per se. Hey Eugene, for somebody in Phoenix, Arizona, which show would you overall recommend, especially with proximity? Thank you, Vibes. Eugene, if you're deciding between Aquashella, New Jersey, and the Keystone Clash, Pennsylvania, and 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 you're going to meet the fish community. If you want to go meet the fish community, I would encourage to go to the Keystone Clash. Now, if you want to go meet some, we call it, some popular or high count, subscriber count YouTubers, and you want to meet the brand ambassadors for different products on the hobby, I would encourage you to check out Aquashella. Aquashella, you want to meet the high count subscriber count YouTubers and the brand of different brand in the hobby, the ambassadors, and you can ask them questions. But if you want to meet the fish community, like the YouTube fish fam, there's going to be a lot more fish community at the Clash than Aquashella. So, my fish room is a terrible financial decision overall. Right, Stephen P. Hey, Stephen, stop it. Quit it. No more fish community. No more fish room. Nice show. You going to go visit MNC? Cool. In a couple weeks. Hey, enjoy it. Hey, I wish I could do that. Cece says she just bought new fish today. Cool. What'd you get, Cece? I got a trio of, and I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that word, but fish. Cool. Yeah, you're welcome, Eugene. But now, if you've never been to a fish event, woo. Now, if you've never been to a fish event and you want to really want to experience the brand, okay, basically, here, I'll break it down a little more. Aquashella is more like a college reunion. The Clash is more like a high school reunion. So, they are huge compared to my other Achilles. Nice, Cece. And so, Cece, are you setting up a breeding project as well for your new species? So, like I said earlier, y'all, today's live stream, or live stream right now. Tonight's live stream, Saturday Night Lives, well, it's going to be bumped um, because this weekend is the Independence Day today celebration. So, of course, tonight's going to be the fireworks show, which I'm planning to attend. So that means whatever time that is, that's going to push back the live stream. I thought about I can always schedule it. Maybe I'll schedule it for 10 o'clock, 10:30, and we'll see how it goes until then. Um, and if possible, maybe I can keep you all updated. Or I mean, now since y'all here, some of y'all heard it, and now you're expecting it for me to be later, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And sometimes with the technical difficulties, I don't go live anyways until 10. Vibes, no. Do not make that a traditional. You gotta start on time. Good. This is lavender ice latte, y'all. And did I hear right, Steven? There's going to be a coffee truck at the Clash? Or am I wrong? Like iced coffee, lattes, hot coffee. Or am I wrong about that at the Clash? Not neat, nice idea. A late long 4th of July mode. Yep, Eugene, I'm in that mode. This morning, let's move the camera a little bit. Sorry about that. This morning, I went for breakfast, a local diner. Then I went to the local bake sale at the farmer's at the farm, and talked with some of my friends for a couple hours. Then I think, what did I do after that? I headed back this way, swung to Lowe's. I was at Lowe's for a while, doing some shopping, doing some DIY thinking, and got some stuff for some DIY projects. And then I was hungry, and I swung in here to the Cocoon, I don't say it, it's a coffee shop. And I kept making coffee in a crate for a late lunch because supper is not for another 2 hours. So, and if I was going to do any DIY project at all today, if any, that means I would have had to get something in my stomach. Like I can actually do the project. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't get to the project today, I'm not gonna cry about it. It'll be pushed off another day. You know what I'm saying? I did grab some totes from Lowe's and some play sand. Let me see. I already got sponge filters. And Cheryl Smith is really pushing me to get another pump from Amazon, bigger than See, I was going to go with the Tetra or the Magitarium air pump. The Tetra or the Magitarium from Petco. But I think Cheryl Smith has definitely encouraged me to look at another. Hey, Cheryl, if you're still here, you mind sending me a link to one of those air pumps that you recommend? If you don't mind, that'd be much appreciated. That way, it puts me a step forward into what I'm looking for. I've not done a lot of research in different air pumps out there. I've used quite a few in the past, but I yeah I haven't dug into it. Maybe I should have. I don't know. Hey, you know what, y'all? It's been about an hour live stream. Knock on wood. Shh. There hasn't really been any bots or trolls showing up in this live stream, which hopefully we can keep it that way. I mean, I would love if I didn't have to put the subscriber only on for a live stream. I would enjoy that, especially in this format of live stream. That way, that way anybody can come in, even if you're not in the hobby of aquariums. You can come in and hang out. You know what I'm saying? And you'll feel welcomed. But I still want to on the regular live streams. I still want to put that for the subscribers only. That way, the moderators don't have to work to keep out the trolls and the bots. Right here, I can always go in there and remove someone, or I can switch it to the subscribers only. It's right at the bottom of the screen here on my phone. I can go change it to subscribers only. But anyways, I found some totes. I think the totes are going to do the project very well. They're clear totes, so I can see the species inside the tote real good, you know. And I'm gonna put place sand at the bottom. Use a sponge filter, and I'm thinking to get some live plants and throw in there for the babies to hide, etc. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I can use spawning mops, etc. But if you know vibes now enough, you know vibes wants to do the we call lazy man's way. I just let it out. Lazy man's way of breeding species. Basically, let nature do its course. But I do want to give the babies a better success of survival. So if I put a lot of either decor or plants in there, enough for the babies to hide, that way it can still be like a natural breeding project, but better than just an open bare bottom tank, you know, with one sponge filter. With one sponge filter, you're not gonna have the best of luck at having the baby survive. I do know my other breeding project. I tried it for a little bit, and I had to actually go in there manually and catch the babies. Because if I didn't catch them, they turned into food. The adults would eat the babies. So if I want to do any breeding at all and have the baby survive, I'm gonna have to do a different system, like more decor, more plants. Wow, sorry y'all, it's chilly. I sent you an email, the link. Thanks, Cheryl. You're awesome. And anyways, these totes, the totes that I found have lids, and with at the ends that there's a locking mechanism that will lock the lid on. You know what I'm saying? On the top. Because these species that I want to do, that I have, I already got them. These species are known to be jumpers. So I don't want to give them a chance to be a jumper. You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing I want to do. If they were known to be jumpers, I want to do my part and make sure I don't give them that allowance to jump. Because if they jump, there's a good chance they're gonna jump out of the tank. You know what I'm saying? And and some of these species, I'd really appreciate if they would reproduce and I'll have babies to give away. You know what I'm saying? Get out. Are you cutting the center of the lid out and attaching screen? Are you cutting the center of the lid out and attaching screen? And why is that? So, I just might. Now, I've been thinking about. Now, some of y'all probably were watching my live stream last Saturday Night Vibes when I was talking about that mesh I picked up for buckets, which that was phenomenal for my breeding project. But yeah, for max airflow and keeping the tub cooler. True. Actually, so I'm not really that worried about the tub getting too warm. Because what? Oh, you do have a good point. If I keep it, I'm thinking right as of now. Most of those tubs in the fish room are very too cool the way it is. So, but that's a good point though. I can do my DIY project on the lid. Put two holes for the airline, and then do the DIY cut a hole, whatever, or two holes, maybe two holes, and put because that way a hole that size with the mesh screen on top versus a hole that big that net can fluctuate. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be as tight. A smaller hole, you can make a tighter front, a tighter screen. You know what I'm saying? And I can easily use. I can caulk it. I could. Probably the best option. Caulk it, and maybe you can put a piece a little bigger over the. Okay, cut a hole out. Cut a hole. Cut the screen bigger than the hole. Cut a ring bigger than the hole. Basically, like a washer idea over it. Yeah. Over the. For instance. So imagine that in a circle right here. That's. I know this is a small version of it, right? Imagine that's the hole. That's the hole for the that I cut out the lid. So that hole is covered with netting, right, or screen, and then I put a washer the size of that ring. You know what I'm saying? Now that's gonna be big, but the size of that donut over it and caulk in between. Caulk it. Put down the screen, and then put the ring on top of that, and clamp it or put a heavy weight on it on this outer ring, let it dry. So, like you said, for max airflow and keeping the tub cooler. So yeah. Now I'm not sure how I would do that. I'm trying to think if I have any plastic. I mean, technically, even just caulking it Even just caulking caulking the hole on the top of it and putting down the net, that would hold it. Or super gluing for that matter. Or super gelling it. But I kind of since I have caulk available or silicone coming out of my ears, it'd be a lot better on the price wise. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But right now, I'm not too worried about the. Hey, I think plastic. Trying to think of what plastic I have around. Oh, I got the lids for the husky totes. The yellow lids that I don't use on at all. So those could turn into the the washer I use or the rectangle, whatever. Whatever I do for the holes, for the vent, use the other plastic and cut it out and use that. I don't know. The options out there are out as well. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can do hmm. I have to think about that. So do it, do it, do it in a way that I mean, am I worried about the aesthetics of it? Maybe a little. If if I'm doing it as a video, I am a little more worried about how it looks. Okay, a tub is a tub, right? But you don't want to make it look sloppy. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see about that one. I mean, I could use. I mean, see, I'm so used to using wood at my job. I mean, theoretically, I could use some wood and do the same idea and do like a trim around the hole. You know what I'm saying? If I did like a square and and use like wood as a trim piece, I could easily staple it together. You know what I'm saying? Caulk it, the screen, and put double layer of wood, top and bottom. Even with the moisture content, the wood wouldn't deteriorate. It would hold up, and I could even burn the wood, and that would give it an extra to be able to handle the moisture content in the air. So, there again, the options are, yeah, there's so many options I could do. It's not even funny, but um, but right now the main goal right now, y'all, is to get these tubs set up and get these new species in them to let them do the breeding project. You know what I'm saying? Even though right now they're still in quarantine. So, supper's in an hour, y'all. That stinks. I just got a text from my buddy. We had pizza tonight, I guess, here in town. That means I really don't have time to do any DIY projects at all, y'all. Which that's okay. That's not the end of the world. Trying to think. I could run to Goodwill since I'm here in town. I'm just trying to run through my head. Is there anything? I mean, I could run home and maybe freshen up, maybe take a little nap. No, because if I did that, you know what happened? It wouldn't be a little nap. It'd be a sleep, and I'd wake up 4 hours later. So I can't do that even. I don't know. And I'm trying to think if I'm going to even be hungry in an hour. Probably not. Now, if they have a salad at this restaurant that we're going to, I'll definitely have a salad. You know, this crepe isn't going to tie me over till midnight tonight. I'm just saying. But it did tie me over for lunch. And I feel good. Um, I'm just trying to think. I think what I could do until then. It's only like a 3/4 hour. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I could go to Goodwill easily and see if they have any good deals on DIY projects. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still want to get some more either bowls, glass bowls, or stuff used for a nano tanks. You know what I'm saying? For a Wallstead method idea. Nah, don't show me. Nah, don't show me out yet, y'all. A Wallstead method idea for shrimp. Am I right? Or hey, can somebody tell me I'm wrong, please? um, can I go and do a shrimp setup without filtration? Okay, let me define filtration. I'm talking about without powered filtration. If I do a nice planted tank setup, will that be sustainable, or would y'all encourage me to add some sort of air, some kind of oxygen exchange for these nano shrimp setups? You won't say like, yeah. I look on YouTube, etc. There's many different opinions about a shrimp setup. Okay, I'm back. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. I got a phone call and messed up the live stream. That's okay. Um, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, about the shrimp tank. Do shrimp tanks need oxygen? I know oxygen exchange is a good idea for all tanks, but that Wallstead method, the Wallstead method would be cool without you get what I'm saying? That clean look of a nano shrimp setup where you don't have any hoses or cords dangling, etc., in the tank. But is that feasible for a long-term setup, or do y'all recommend a shrimp, not shrimp, a oxygen exchange for a shrimp tank setup that is we call it that clean look without clean look and that's doing the filtration. You know what I'm saying? The filtration for a shrimp tank. Is there a clean version, or am I overthinking it? And okay, I was reading. Someone just tried calling me. Okay, back at it. So maybe I'll ask the question again tonight on the live stream. Um, I'm still learning the whole thing about the shrimp. Shrimp is a whole new world for me. Um, right now, whatever survives, etc. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. they're happy, they're thriving, they're having babies, etc. But I don't know a lot about them yet. Um, it's only been the past what is it 2 years? It was a year. I don't year and a half maybe that I've been into shrimp. So I'm still a beginner when it comes to shrimp. Now I've asked Grant and Shelby, TGOE, a lot of questions about the shrimp. So I'm still learning the whole system. So yeah, that shrimp system, I want to do like a nanoscapes for the shrimp. That's one project that I'm working on, and this tub system is a whole different system that I'm working on because it's two different species, right? That's two projects. The third project, I'm got kind of like three projects right now up and running. The third project is basically doing a aquascaped planet tank, bigger tank, with there's a certain species of fish I already have that will be the main what you call it. Basically, we talked about Thursday night. Have a fish in mind before you buy your aquarium, so you can buy the right size aquarium. Anyways, I already had this in mind, so I already got my aquarium set up. I just needed. It's actually running right now, but I need to that running setup and tear it down, clean it, because that tank setup is. I'm dealing with a bad. No, it is bad. It's not bad, but to me, it has an algae bloom, a pretty good size one, and I want to basically do a restart. That means remove all the substrate, the decor, everything out of the tank, everything, it, and even the filter, everything. I'm thinking. I was talking to Mike, New York, Austin. I'm thinking I might have to do like a bleach wash in the whole system, basically to kill off the algae. That way, when I start this new system, I'm not dealing with that black. Okay, I won't say it, the black bed algae. Like some people don't mind it, but I don't mind it either. But if I want to do setup that is on my future plan for that tank, the black bed algae really ruins the aesthetics of the new idea. Now, right now, something running with three fish in the tank, which is way understocked, which is fine. But there's a nutrient that tank has been running now. Is it 3 years? And ever from day one, that tank has had issues with the blackbird algae, which is weird because with other systems in my house, I'm not dealing with that, which is weird because I got other systems right beside it. Maybe it's the wood I used. I don't know, but something's in that tank that I mean, it's happy, but I need to. I don't know what's causing that particular tank to have blackbird algae. Maybe it's maybe I don't have a certain fish in there that eats it. I don't know, but there's an imbalance of something that's causing it. But yeah, hydrogen peroxide is really effective against blackbird vibes. You can't even talk. Hydrogen peroxide is really effective against blackbird allergy and a lot safer for the system. Yeah, sure. My plan, yeah, it is. But does if I do like okay, for instance, if I tear down the system and totally rinse it out and soak and do a peroxide bath, will that kill off any of the blackbird algae at all? Since I'm doing a new setup, I'm I might as well go ahead and kill it Make sure this blackbird algae is dead and it don't come back. It don't come back from the old. You know what I'm saying? And the canister, it has a FX6 canister fuel on that system. And there again, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to clean it out. And I was talking with Mike about it. And between me and him, we're thinking it'd be better off if I would get all new sponges. Get all new sponges, all new media for the canister, and just start fresh. Because I don't know if I can. Is there a way to know 100% that the black pet allergy is killed off? You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm gonna put the work and effort to make a nice aquascape, I don't want to a week or two down the road have the black pet allergy come out again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's definitely it's more okay. It's more than just the tap water or the fish food that's causing the black pet allergy. There's something else causing it in that tank. But trying to think. I'm think maybe I look into it. Maybe it's the time of my lights on. I don't know, but I mean, I guess I could put a pleco in there for now, a bisonose pleco, and see what happens, or a loaches, and see if they. But I don't think a pleco, bisonose pleco, or a conloach would be that efficient in keeping the blackbird allergy to bay. You know what I'm saying? At bay. I don't know. And we're talking about the blackbird algae in that setup. I mean, it is flowing. The water flow of the canister. There's a nice. I mean, there's a lot. It's not just like a little spot of it. I mean, most of the hardscape is covered with this stuff. The glass in the back is covered with this stuff. It went to a discus tank, but it overall depends on what the root cause of the allergy is to help prevent it. Yeah, I agree, Cheryl. See, that's the problem. I haven't figured out what's causing it. Some people will say if you starve it, it would die. And I thought I have been. Um, hey, maybe I need to go in there and turn the lights off that tank. That maybe if I do that, go turn the lights off because the fish really don't need the lights in that tank. Turn the lights off for a couple of days, or a week, or 2 weeks, and see if that kills it off. Because something's feeding it. Because if there wasn't something feeding it, that stuff would maybe dead by now. But there's something in that tank that's keeping it thriving. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Yeah. Ah, it's a little chilly in here, y'all. Sorry, I got a little distracted. I was reading someone's T-shirt, the back of the T-shirt. Um, so, yeah, I think my best bet would be to go ahead and do a total 100% um, restart on that tank. On the canister, do a 100% restart the canister too. Buy new sponges and start over. Because I really don't want to deal with the allergy. I don't mind a little bit of blackbird allergy, but when the whole it's basically aquascape that way, a blackbird allergy aquascape. Not the first. Um, yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe I do need a little nap. Trying to think, or a little snooze. I could try to find some shade around here local. It's 4:30. I mean, I really don't need to go home right now. Because if I go home, knowing vibes, he's gonna tend to go and take a little nap, and that nap is gonna turn into a sleep, and I'll miss out on all the festivities. I'm trying to remember what time is the show tonight. I'm thinking it's 8:30, 8 o'clock tonight. The fireworks show. Hmm, that's interesting. Anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all, and try to decide what all I'm doing from now till dinner. Yeah. Anyways, hopefully y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. And if I don't see you tonight, have a wonderful weekend. Happy July 4th, everyone. I know it's a couple days early, but until later, have a wonderful have a wonderful time. Peace out, y'all. Bye.